Hey, I am Goddess Cree and I am back with another divine message. Today is Monday. Hoping everyone had an awesome Monday. Mine was busy as usual. So today the angel number is 13. This is a positive change. This number is asking you to embrace rather than fear upcoming life changes. This number is linked to the Hebrew word love. It symbolizes unity. This number wants you to trust the process even if it feels disruptive. So remember, that's basically meaning that sometimes things have to be shaken up for you to make a change. So you may have towers, you may have things going wrong. You still need to embrace those things going wrong because that can put you on a new path. That can bring something different for you to see. It can change your perspective on things. So just because something may be just a tad bit disruptive doesn't mean there isn't a change in that issue. So I'm going to use the Beyond the Shadow deck. This deck gets a little bit deep. Let's see what the message is for collective or someone in collective's life. What is the message for collective or someone in the collective's life? Wow. Okay, so this is definitely a journey. This is a voyage. In the universe. The number 51 may be significant. That breaks down to a 6. So, yes, we are on a journey. A journey through the universe. Okay. Okay. What else for the collective? Okay. There's a charming chat or news coming your way. Sudden wealth. Wow. But Spirit says you're going to have to journey to get there. You're going to have to journey to get there. Let's get one more card. And it may be hazy. And there may be some illusions along the way. So you will have to use your intuition on this journey. So remember, we are all on our spiritual journey. That's why I'm here. This is my spiritual journey. Okay? And on this journey, we're going to have potholes and bumps in the road. We're going to have situations that can be disruptive. And I think that message basically goes with angel number 13, which talks about a positive change. Embrace it rather than fear it. Trust the process even though it may feel disruptive. So this is confirmation. Basically, we're on a journey. We're on a voyage to our higher selves. We are looking for new experiences. We are looking for better. We are wanting better, you know. So this says, on your journey, you will have charming chats, inspiring news. There will be sudden wealth. Not only that, the road will look hazy. But Spirit does not want you to be discouraged. So, like I said, angel number 13. Trust the process even though it feels disruptive. Okay? So, remember, if we stay on our journey, don't let anything deter us from our journey. Things are not going to be easy. It is not going to be peaches and cream. It will never be peaches and cream. Okay? So let's see. Let's get one message. What else does the collective need to know? Or someone in the collective's energy? Any cross watchers watching that may need to know something? Change. Fear is not a good advisor. Thank you for that. So this is change. Fear is not a good advisor. This is straight up confirmation. And if you saw all these decks that I had out, I want to use them all to get the message today. So I'm going to put a couple of them up. So this is going with angel number 13. It talks about do not fear. Do not fear the upcoming changes. So it says fear is not a good advisor. This is 22, which is significant. So any number that is doubled or triple, it is a master number. It's a master builder. It's powerful. So change is powerful. This change is going to be powerful for you. But Spirit does not want you to be fearful. And that is the message. Spirit does not want you to be fearful. All right, so let's see what Tarot has to say. Wow. Let's see. What message do you have for the collective or a cross watcher? Someone in the collective's energy. Okay, so Spirit is saying stand firm on your beliefs. Maintain control. Continue to be protecting yourself. Assert yourself. And this is the 7 of Wands. So Spirit wants you to continue to assert yourself. There may be many challenges, but you can do it. Okay? So that's confirmation. There are many challenges, but you can do it. We are on a journey. This is our voyage. Okay? So we will hear inspiring news that's going to bring us to sudden wealth, but Spirit wants you to know it is not going to be easy. So we seem to appreciate things that we have to work hard for, that we put an effort into. When we reach that finish line, when we reach those rewards and those accolades, it is oh so much enjoyable because you actually worked for it instead of having it handed to you freely and you haven't worked for it. So Spirit wants you to understand the road may be hazy, you may see illusions, but if you stay tapped into Spirit, you will be able to see past those illusions and move forward. Spirit wants you to embrace the change. Fear is not a good advisor. Continue to stand firm in your beliefs. Stay determined. Stay brave. Remain assertive. Maintaining your control. This is Leo energy. This is fire. Okay? And then under the bottom we have the Page of Wands, which talks about good news, which talks about a possible phone call. This is also fire energy. Okay. So Spirit wants you to keep your eye on your goals and enjoy every moment. Keep your eye on your goals and enjoy every moment. So this is a Page of Wands and this is a 7 of Wands. That's a total of 8 wands. And we know that the number 8 is abundance. Wow. Number 8 is abundance. And then we have strength on the top, which is also fire energy. So Spirit is urging you to be strong. Spirit says you don't know your own strength until you're tested. So Spirit wants you to be strong. Remain strong. Oh, and then look at the number for the strength card. It's number 8. So that's 88 on the board. That's abundance times 2. That is so freaking awesome. So freaking awesome. So Spirit wants you to also believe in your personal power And this is with the Two of Wands, which is also fire energy. So somebody is fired up. Stay fired up. You're going to have to stay fired up and focus on your goals to be able to see through the haziness that may appear on your path. Okay, so remember, you're on your path. This is inspiring news. Sudden wealth is coming your way. This is awesome. Spirit wants you to anticipate, have the vision. There are going to be some decisions that you're going to have to make along the way. Make the right decisions. But believe in your personal power. Believe in your personal power. All right, let's see what else we need to know. Collective needs to know possibly the... Spirit says be flexible on this path. Okay, what else? So remember that everything glitter is not gold while you're on this path. And also there's a soulmate coming in. So anytime there's money on the table, there's always, God's going to always bless you with a soulmate if you don't have your true soulmate. So that's what abundance is. When abundance comes into your life, abundance is everything. Abundance is your abundance in your health, spiritual, mentally, physically, financially. It is going to be spread out even. So if you're looking or working hard towards your financial abundance and you don't necessarily have time for a romantic relationship, it will come in also along with the sudden wealth. So remember, abundance is all the way around. Abundance is everything. So the only thing is that you're going to have to pay attention to the illusions, which is everything that glitter is not gold. That is an illusion. So if you see the two masks on top of this glittery gold pile, someone is going to come in your life and you may be tested twice, because there are two different masks here. So there's a possibility you could be tested twice. But this is a divine test. If you look closely, there is an angel in the background watching. So that is the part of your hazy illusions while on your path. So remember, stay flexible. Pay attention to things that are beautiful, that catch your eye. Just because it's beautiful, just because it's packaged in a nice package, doesn't mean it's meant for you. It doesn't mean it's going to be your soulmate or your soul partner. And remember, soulmates are not always romantic. It could just be a business partner, or it could be a long-term friend. It just depends on what Spirit has in store. Okay? Let me get one more card for collective. Okay. And here we have chaos and conflict. Let's get one more. What about this chaos and conflict? What about this chaos and conflict? Okay. It may send you on a round and around spiral. So this goes with your hazy illusions. This goes with everything that does not, that glitter. Everything that glitter is not gold. So this is 33. This is also a master number. So you may want to make sure that you are balanced and you're paying attention. You want to make sure you stay determined and assertive and standing on your beliefs, because if you don't, if you fall for the illusion, you're going to open yourself up to chaos and conflict, which will send you on a round and around spiral, which is another karmic cycle. Okay? So we've worked hard to get out of the current karmic cycles. We don't want to get pulled back in. So you can easily get pulled back in by a pretty face or a handsome dude. So stay focused. We are in a period of change. Things are changing, and they're changing very quickly. Like I said, we have eight on the board. 8 with the strength, and then we have the page of wands plus the 7 of wands, which is 8. So this is abundance. Abundance is on this table, but there is also a warning about your journey, a warning about illusions, a warning about things that are beautiful that could get you caught up. You think that it's your soulmate, and it's not, because it's bringing in chaos. It's going to stop or slow down your process and put you on another cycle, another karmic cycle. So keep in mind, karmic cycles are very hard to break. If you get pulled into another karmic cycle, this could be another 2, another 3, another 4, 5 years that throws you off your path. So you don't want the GPS to be saying recalculating, because you keep making the wrong decisions. So this is why 7 of Wands is here. So Spirit again wants you to, if you got to be self-defensive and protective over your goals, over your dreams, Spirit says handle that. Handle that. Because entities will be sent in to throw you off. So remember, this is a fight this is a spiritual fight. That has nothing to do with your flesh. This is a spiritual fight. This is a fight between good and evil. This is a fight to keep you from rising up and being who you're supposed to be. Protect your goals, protect your dreams and yourself on this journey. Okay? All right. So let's see. Let's get a couple of more messages. Got any cross watchers in here that may need to get this message? And I think this is a message for a collective. This is just a reminder, basically, that we're on our spiritual journey. Okay? Expect charming chats and inspirational news. Expect sudden wealth, but also expect things around the corner that could cause you to be thrown off of your path. And Spirit says be flexible. Pay attention to things that are really, really pretty, especially if you're thinking this may be my soulmate. Pay attention, because that person could bring in chaos and put you in another around, put you in another cycle, and nobody wants that. Nobody. Okay, so this is behind the veil. It says welcome uncertainty as an opportunity for growth and be okay when not knowing. Okay. All right, so that does go with angel number 13, which talks about not fearing this upcoming change and trusting the process even if it feels disruptive. Okay. All right. Anything else? Okay. So this is the vortex of creativity. This says spiral into your creative vortex, unleashing imaginative power to manifest your dreams in reality. Come on with the stuttering. Mercury retrograde. We're still in Mercury retrograde. I think it lasts until March 20th. Don't quote me on that. So Spirit is asking you to trust your path. Listen to your intuition. Seek direction and embrace discovery. Answers revealed in the journey within. So Spirit is asking you to continue to be creative. Use your intuition to look behind the veil. That's how you're going to notice the illusions. That's how you're going to be able to say, hey, give me 50 feet. I see you coming. You know, when it comes to these people that want to be in your energy because they see you're trying to do a little bit of something so they can say, hey, I was there for you. I was there at the beginning, and, you know, I supported you. So be careful about the false people that are saying they want to be you're their soulmate. Okay, because people take time to study you. Okay, they'll take time to study you, and then they'll come in with these with these masks on. You see that mask? That mask is nice and shiny. Looks like gold. Looks like 24 karat in the air, but it's not. Okay, because when it's lips, there may be a little demon under that mask. So Spirit is saying, be careful. Be careful. And in the meantime, you know, you welcome the uncertainties and you grow and you be okay for not knowing what's next. So on this journey, on this voyage, and it looks like it could be a long voyage for some of us. It just depends where we are on this voyage. Okay? So Spirit says, pay attention. Trust your intuition, you know, and believe in your personal power. Continue to work on your creativity, because your creativity is what's going to bring your your wealth in. Trust your path. Okay? Seek direction. Embrace the discovery. Answers will be revealed as you move forward. Okay? All right, so let's see. What else does the collective need to know? Or a cross watcher. Okay, so this is asking you to dig deep into the hidden wonders within your shadowy depth. This is talking about concealed wisdom. So digging deep into your shadow side. So nobody wants to really do that. But is it important to be your authentic self? Is to dig deep into your shadow. That's where some wisdom lies. Especially if you're able to talk about and share some of your shadow. Okay? It could help others. All right? Let's see. Anything else collective needs to know? Recovery and comeback. Find strength to heal as each and every, recovery, comeback. We're going to do this again. Find strength and healing as each step forward renews hope and paves the way for a triumph. Resurgence. Okay, so anyway, this talks about healing. Finding the strength. So the strength card is out here. This is talking about healing, and every step forward renews your hope and paves the way as a triumph. Okay? So this is letting you know that there is definitely going to be some trials on your path. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about it, but there is also a change on your path. And Spirit does not want you to be fearful. Hence, angel number 13 today. So we have rough road under the bottom, and it says prepare carefully before you continue, for it is a long journey ahead. And this is confirmation of the first card that came out, and Beyond the Clouds, or whatever the name of that deck was. It's called Beyond the Fog Shadow. So this is confirmation. This is talking about your rough road. Yes, the road is not going to always be smooth. Things are not going to always be peaches and cream. And I said that in the beginning of the read here. So prepare carefully before you continue, for it is a long journey ahead. So this is confirmation. This is confirmation of your journey. Okay? This is confirmation. So Spirit says prepare. So we know that a change is coming in, and it's leading us to our goals, to our finish line, to sudden wealth. But Spirit wants you to understand that it is not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy. Okay, so let's see what the gossip in the spiritual streets has to say. What's the gossip in the spiritual streets for the collective? Oh, wow. It's that you are unbothered. Peace despite chaos, calm attitude. You are detached from negativity, not your drama. That is the gossip in the streets. You are unbothered. Confirmation. And that's the way you need to be, collective. That's the way you need to be. You don't have the energy to be worried about what people have to say about you. You don't have the energy to be worried about any of that. It's all about you and your goals. Like I say, if you have your head down and you focus on what you're supposed to be doing, there are no worries. You're not worried about what's going on around you, unless it's close friends and family, people that you deal with like that. That's it. But anything else, we're not concerned. I'm unbothered. Despite the chaos, despite what's going on in the world, I am unbothered. I can't worry about it. I still got to focus on me. I'm on my spiritual journey. This is a spiritual fight against good and evil. I'm in that spiritual fight against good and evil. On my path, there will be charming texts. There will be inspiring news. Okay? There is also sudden wealth. But there's also going to be haziness and illusions on my path as I travel. You got to be able to recognize, and you cannot fear the change. You have to accept this change. You have to trust the process, even though it feels disruptive. Okay? This path may be rough, but it will be worth it, because there is a sudden wealth on this path. Spirit says, please be flexible. Make sure you look beyond the veil, especially when it comes to people wearing shiny, beautiful masks. Pay attention to your creativity. That's where your sudden wealth lies. Trust this path. There is a soulmate coming your way, but it will not be in a shiny box with a big, beautiful, shiny, glittery bow on it. Okay? That box may be a little tattered. That box may be a little worn, but it still holds a blessing. So you have to choose wisely, because if you do not, you're going to put yourself in chaos and conflict, which will put you in a round and around and around, another cycle. And that cycle could take you another 2 to 3 to 4 years to get out of. Trust me. I know. Okay? So dig deep when it comes to those hidden, shadowy depths that we have. Heal those. Okay? Dig for those concealed wisdoms, those lessons that may have almost broke you down. There are some lessons and some wisdom there. Okay? Pull on that. There's recovery. And because you recovered and you made a comeback and you found the strength to heal. So strength is on the table, which is a number 8, which is abundance. You're going to triumph. Okay? So let's see if we have a angel message that just jumped out. And I'm going to go with them. So the first angel message says, take a step back if you need to. So remember, this says, prepare carefully before continuing. It is a long journey ahead. That's confirmation from the angel. Step back if you need to before continuing. Prepare. That is confirmation. And then we have, this is a transformation for you. So you are transforming. This is a change. So Spirit says, do not fear. Do not fear this change. And then we have vulnerability and freedom, and she's reaching for the star. Spirit says reach for the star. Okay, I love the message. Let's check the signs to see who this resonates with. So we're all on this path. There's going to be some inspiring news for you. A charming chat. There is sudden wealth. But Spirit wants you to pay attention. Because because there is wealth coming in, there's going to be hazy illusions. There's going to be people, places, and things that are going to want to pull you away from your sudden wealth or get involved so that they can have a seat at your table. So be very careful. As of right now, it looks like the collective is unbothered. So Spirit says continue with that. That's the best decision you could ever make. And that unbothered card is confirmation of the 7 of Wands, of being defensive and protective of your goals. Stand firm with your belief. Continue to be determined, assertive, and brave. Because, baby, your blessings are coming in. Okay, so let's see. This may resonate with a Cancer, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Aries, a Scorpio, Pisces. Happy birthday, Pisces babies. If this is not your sign, this could be in your birth chart and one of your placements. So once again, I am Goddess Cree. This was a divine message. Please click that like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this resonates with you. Like I said to all my new subscribers, I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. Welcome to my soul family. Divine messages. And peace, love, and light. Bye.